dragons were just fable, old myths told around the supper table. But smoke rose high and fire flew, now every word was proven true. The sun rose bright on the outer wall, the baker's bell and the crier's call. But smoke rolled in from the village west, a hiss, a roar, a dragon's breath. The queen stood frozen, eyes gone wide. The tales were true, the old king cried. The market square was set ablaze, and fire danced through smoke and haze. The guards all fled, their spears couldn't prick. The beast had scales far too thick. A single blast and a stone tower fell. The fire in the castle felt like hell. The dragon rose with a thunderous beat. Its wings made sparks off the cobbled street. It vanished into the blood-red sky, while terror flashed in every eye. The clerics gathered, townsfolk pray. The king cried out, "Get my knights today." The knights gathered around a table grand, a solemn ring with sword in hand. Sir Wayne rose with a daring tone, an arrow bigger than a battle throne. A crossbow vast, built bold and wide, will strike that beast and turn the tide. Then Sir Gideon stood firm and proud, his voice cut clear through the worried crowd. A net of chain from tower to tower, drop with force at the signal hour. Entangle its wings in mid-air flight, then pierce its heart it cannot fight. Then Merlin spoke with eyes aglow, a whisper calm in the royal row. "I've mixed elixirs rare and sly, a cloud of frost to choke the sky. This dragon's fire we may contain, with alchemy's breath and icy rain." The break of dawn, a shadow moved like a ghostly swan. The giant bow stood locked and primed, the net was strong and tightly timed. Merlin stirred his smoking brew, the men stood silent waiting the cue. They said the dragons were just fable, myths told around the supper table. But smoke rose high and fire flew, now every word was proven true. Sent forth 4 flagmen bold, with trumpeters in cloaks of gold. They climbed the hills, took post with care, to guard the skies and scan the air. Then came the call, 3 days gone past. A trumpet blared, the flag flew fast. The night townsfolk fled, the gates were barred. The night stood fast in the blackened yard. The dragon came in low and mean, its fire poured out in a blazing stream. It swooped again, then came a blow. Sir Wayne let loose, the shaft flew low. It clipped the wing with a searing crack. The beast let out a shrieking rack. It staggered hard but found the sky. One wing hung low as it limped by. Across the hills it veered and fled, toward the west with trails of red. Smoke still hung where the battle raged. The walls were cracked, the fields were razed. Yet hope returned with wounded breath. They chased the thing that brought such death. The king stood firm, his eyes were cold. "This ends today, be strong, be bold." The king set out with knights in line, to chase the beast through hills of pine. Its smoky trail led far and deep, to where the wounded beast might sleep. A cave was found with blood-stained stone, the stench of sulfur chilled the bone. Sir Wayne's great bow was brought with care on 2 strong steeds through mountain air. They dragged it into the dragon's lair as nights crept in with blades laid bare. The dragon lay, its breath grown thin, another arrow drove deep within. It groaned, then still the fight was done. The people cheered beneath the sun. They dragged it forth for all to see and sang aloud in victory. But as they marched back proud and tall, a haunting scream stopped one and all. From distant cliffs a shadow spread. The dragon's mate had not been dead. Its eyes burned bright with grief and flame, and so this tale won't end the same. They told us dragons lived in dreams, and not in fire or mortal screams. But smoke rose high and fire flew. Now every word was proven true. But one has died and one remains, with burning eyes and wrath unchained.